So, you thought you knew the legendary basketball superstar LeBron James. You'll be surprised to hear that you know very little about LeBron. From being sued by his father to rejecting a $10 million offer from Reebok when he was really broke. Here are 10 facts you didn't know about LeBron James. Number 10. He was sued by his father. Throughout his career and his rise to success, LeBron James has kept it low when it comes to the identity of his father. And until today, not much is known about LeBron's biological father. But from the look of things, LeBron seems not to be happy about his father. He's on record saying, "I want to be a better father than my father." However, in 2010, a man by the name of Lester Bryce Stovall came out in public to announce that he was the one who impregnated Gloria, LeBron's mother. Stovall is a law graduate from the University of Chicago and worked as a senior legal advisor for the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Stovall sued LeBron for $4 million for denying paternity and defamation. According to him, he met Gloria in 1984 at DC Space Bar, and they had a one-night stand a few hours later. And a few months later, Gloria informed him that she was pregnant and she was naming the child LeBron. But even after LeBron agreed to a DNA test, the results turned out negative, meaning Stovall was not his biological father. Number 9. He once played with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan and LeBron James are the world's best NBA players in history, and it has even become difficult to determine who's the greatest of all time among the two. But did you know that LeBron once played with Michael Jordan despite their huge age difference? Well, LeBron started playing basketball at a young age and was inspired by Michael Jordan. But little did he know he would at one point play with Michael Jordan. Thankfully, Michael Jordan had a training camp where he would invite young talents to train them, and among those who got a chance to practice at MJ's camp was LeBron James. In June 2001, LeBron met Jordan. He was only 16 years old and Jordan was 38 years old. He desired to get a chance to play with MJ, but he was unfortunate, until 2 years later when the two became teammates in Santa Barbara and destroyed all their competitors. During an interview in May 2020, LeBron revealed for the first time about being a teammate with MJ and how they could not lose a game. Number 8. He's actually left-handed. It's indeed strange to many people that LeBron James is naturally left-handed. This is because he is known to use his right most of the time when on the basketball court. However, he does everything else with his left hand. During an interview in 2017 after the NBA playoffs, James was asked why he shot with his right hand when in reality he's left-handed, and he said he got influenced by his favorite players who all shot with their right hands. However, that does not mean that he cannot shoot with his left hand. He confesses that he works on both his hands and he has come to perfect his left-hand shots through practice. This ability to use both hands while on the court is one reason for his successful professional career. Other NBA players who are good at using both hands on the court include Kobe Bryant and Larry Bird, among others. Number 7. He was homeless. Though LeBron James now owns a luxurious mansion worth $23 million in Los Angeles and boasts a net worth of $1 billion as of 2022, he was once homeless. Life wasn't easy for LeBron while growing up. He used to sleep on old couches belonging to his mother's friends. Even more disturbing is that parties could continue late into the night in the same one-bedroom apartment in which LeBron was sheltering. At the time, Gloria, his mother, was only 25 years old and had quite a job at Payless Shoes. By then, LeBron had already spent 2/3 of his life without a home, moving with his mother from one apartment to the next in short durations. Luckily, LeBron befriended his football team coach Frank Walker and moved to live with him as his mother continued to seek a stable living situation. Number 6. He wasn't the highest paid player until age 31. Though he was the highest paid NBA player for 8 years straight, LeBron James was not the highest paid player even for his own team until he was 31 years old. Before then, there were veteran NBA stars like Shaquille O'Neal who used to earn huge amounts of money. However, due to aging and injury, O'Neal was forced to retire from the NBA. LeBron's earnings rose to the ceiling during his second go-around with his team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Additionally, his 4-year deal with the Lakers made him the highest paid NBA player. Today, he still holds the title of the highest paid NBA player even as he continues to cash in over $30 million annually from lucrative endorsement deals with Coca-Cola, Nike, and McDonald's, among others. Just recently, LeBron signed a 2-year, $85 million extension with the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 5. He shelved his NFL dream due to an injury. There is no secret that LeBron was a great football player, and of course, he would have become the greatest of all time in the NFL. When he was in high school, he played 2 seasons at St. Vincent St. Mary High School and was named an All-Ohio wide receiver in both of the seasons. He is even on record saying that he had a desire to play for the NFL. He was introduced to football at the age of 9 by Bruce Kelker, who was organizing a local football team. Later, he met youth football coach Frank Walker, who also inspired him in football. Sadly, LeBron sustained an injury in football that led to a broken wrist in June 2002, just before his senior year. It took 2 months for LeBron to recover, and this led him to shift from pursuing his pro football dream to pursuing professional basketball, a sport that he was equally good at. Number 4. Why LeBron chose to wear number 6. LeBron has been seen wearing number 6 since joining Miami Heat in July 2010. When he changed teams, LeBron also changed his famed number 23 to number 6. However, many people do not realize the meaning behind the number 6. According to LeBron, the number 6 is symbolic and reminds him of many life moments. The first reason he chose number 6 was to give tribute to his eldest son, LeBron James Jr., who was born on October 6, 2004. Also, his second son was born in June. Another major reason that pushed LeBron to change his number to 6 was out of respect for Michael Jordan in what he terms as recognition of Jordan's accomplishments and influence on the league. According to LeBron, there would be no LeBron James, no Kobe Bryant, no Dwayne Wade if there wasn't Michael Jordan first. Number 3. He saved Carmelo Anthony's life. LeBron James is an NBA superstar, but people, do you know he has another special talent? He is a great swimmer. LeBron James set out to vacation in the Bahamas along with Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony, and their families. But as they got onto the banana boat and went far off the shore, a storm hit their boat. When they all returned to the shore safely, they realized that Anthony was missing. LeBron, who was the only one who knew how to swim, got into the waters and he saved Anthony, who was drowning. During an Instagram live session with Wade and Gabrielle Union, Anthony spoke about the ordeal while revealing that indeed LeBron saved his life. Number 2. He has a stake in Liverpool FC. Liverpool is one of the most successful clubs in the English Premier League. But I'm pretty sure you didn't know that LeBron James has a stake in this famous club. Having millions of dollars lying around from endorsements and signings, LeBron thought the best he could do with the money was to buy Liverpool. And sure enough, he went ahead and bought a 2% stake in Liverpool FC worth $6.5 million back in 2011 when he was still playing for Cleveland Cavaliers, officially making him a part owner of the club. Knowing how successful Liverpool has become, LeBron went ahead to increase his stake in Liverpool in 2021 by investing an extra £540 million in the club. Liverpool even offered to print free merch for LeBron with his favorite number 6 brand. According to Forbes, Liverpool is the 5th richest club in the world with an estimated value of $4.1 billion as of 2022 and generates annual revenue of over $620 million. Number 1. He turned down a $10 million offer at the age of 18. What was your worth at 18 years old? I know this offends, but can you imagine LeBron James was worth more than $10 million in value? Yep, you got it right. LeBron's perceived value was over $10 million. In 2003, when LeBron was just 18 years old back in high school, he chose to make a wise decision that has made him a successful athlete. Reebok offered LeBron $10 million upfront in endorsement, but with a promise that LeBron would not sign a deal with competing companies like Nike and Adidas. Though the deal was sweet, LeBron turned it down and decided to wait to see what other companies would offer. He realized that if Reebok was willing to give him $10 million upfront, the chances that Adidas or Nike would offer more were much higher. And sure enough, his decision paid off, since his first deal with Nike was for a staggering $90 million. Now, that was huge for an 18-year-old who was by then not a pro athlete. And later in 2015, LeBron signed a lifetime deal with Nike worth $1 billion, and the brand pays him an estimated $32 million annually. That is huge, to say the least. Indeed, when you know your value, you can't settle for less.